Hi, welcome to Box Delights and welcome to this solo demo of Everdell from Starling Games. Everdell is a game of tableau building and worker placement set in a mystical world of forest creatures called Everdell. This game plays 1 to 4, ages 13 plus. It says 40 to 80 minutes on the box. I'm going to demo the solo rules for you with a complete playthrough from setup to final scoring. This is the basic retail game. I managed to think, I think what was probably the last copy in the UK. I might have paid a little bit over the odds, but I think it's worth it. This is a great game, and I really wanted to demo this to you. It's quite hot at the moment, and that's a good thing for Starling Games. Starling Games are part of Tabletop Tycoon, amongst which also includes Victory Point Games, who publish Renegade. This is the base retail game. There is a deluxe version that has some extra rat miniatures, or little wooden meeples if you like. I've actually borrowed some from Meister Mystics, so these are going to be my 6 rats. But what you can do is just use one of the player sets of player pawns, because you're only going to need one set of this. It's first played 1 to 4, so just use one of the other sets as the non-player character. Alright. Now the idea of this game, it is worker placement, and what's interesting is worker placement combined with tableau building. So there are going to be lots of cards. You can take one of the 4 colours. You've got like a hedgehog or mouse, tortoise and a squirrel. We've got a game board that folds nicely. I'm going to set this up for you. We're going to set up the Ever tree. You're going to be building a tableau of constructions, not buildings, constructions and critters, the people who inhabit your buildings. You're going to build a tableau of 15 cards throughout the game, and this tableau is going to score you points. This is going to be a victory point scoring game. You can get extra victory points, so special victory points, by completing sets of cards. So for example, if you look at some of these cards, they each have a suit. So we've got this scroll here and this footprint here. If you get a set of these, let's say, then that's going to score you some extra points, an extra 3 points. Okay, so sets of cards. Each card itself is presented with different numbers of victory points, so those in your tableau are going to give you points. And the other way to score points in the game is via these special events. Special events are like occasions, okay, that you know, like a fair or something like that in your city. So for example, here's one called Remembering the Fallen. If you succeed in completing the Remember the Fallen event, and you'll do this by having a cemetery and a shepherd in your tableau, in your city, then you score 3 victory points. This is for each buried worker in your cemetery. Okay, so lots of different events, and these are actually going to be the key to winning the solo game, I think. The other interesting thing about this game is it's worker placement for sure, but some of the worker placement spots are going to be different in each game. If you're playing 1 or 2 player, you'll have 3 of these. If you're playing 3 or 4 player, you'll have 4 of these. And these are going to give extra worker placement spots. And these will really change up your games. So there's lots of replayability, lots of variability in this game. We have some victory point tokens. So there is another way of scoring victory points. You can actually get victory points throughout the game by collecting these tokens. Perhaps some of your buildings, constructions I should say, will give you extra victory points throughout the game. And these are our resources. They're nicely made. Perhaps the insert wasn't perfect for them, but you've got these kind of rubbery berries, you've got these crystallized resins, we've got these glossy little pebbles, and some pesky little twigs which tend to roll away. So I'm actually going to use a bowl and put my twigs in to keep them from rolling off the table. That's it, we're pretty much set up and we're ready to play Everdell.